I decided to come to Lewis Clark because it was close to home, inexpensive. I wanted to become a computer graphic designer, also become an animator as well. Hopefully with this degree, I could break into the video game industry or the film industry. Affordable, close to home, cutting edge technology, Lewis Clark.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. Well, teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me.
Feed the pig.
Welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm Kent Scheffel alongside his women's coach, Duran Young. Coach, another game tonight, another JV team, McKendree.
Yes, McKendree College, they are a Division II junior college right now, or I'm sorry, not junior college, but a Division II NCAA school. They just moved up, and they are going to be a challenge. They have a lot of talent. We went and saw them the other night, and they played at Swick, and they look pretty good, and it's going to be a great challenge for us tonight.
It has to always be a challenge, I would think, when you're taking on the four-year schools. Granted, you're playing the JV, but from a recruitment standpoint, I would think it'd just be so much easier for a four-year school to recruit.
Yes, it is. It is. You know, when we play these four-year schools, they sometimes bring some of their older players down, which makes it a real challenge for us. But we should still be able to step up and accept that challenge. And hopefully tonight we will be able to step up to the plate.
What can we expect to see tonight from McKendree?
McKendree, they're going to be, they play a little man, they play a little zone. I didn't see any pressing. I haven't heard of any pressing from them. But they have a pretty good post player, and they have a couple of shooters. So they're a well-rounded team.
So we'll see some offense.
Yes, we will see some offense. They're not necessarily a team that's going to get out and guard you pretty hard on defense, but offensively, they are a well-rounded team.
And as far as our end of it goes, I assume we'll be pressing.
well, you know,
which I enjoy.
Yeah, well, you know, we're trying to mix it up a little bit more. You know, we've been struggling a little bit, so you know, we've backed the press off just a little bit. You know, in some instances. So you know, we won't press as much tonight, but you know, you will see probably a little pinch of it.
Man-to-man tonight, zone.
We're going to pull out all the stops tonight. We've been changing defenses up a lot just to keep teams on their toes and make them adjust to us. So we will see some man, some zone, some press. We'll see it all.
How do the women adjust to that when you're trying to mix it up like that, trying to keep the other team off guard? But by the same token, your players have to adjust as well.
Yeah, you know, I think they feel a lot more comfortable in the zone. You know, it doesn't make you expend as much energy. You know, but in the zone, you have to make sure you're blocking out, and that's the big thing that we have an issue with. So if we block out of the zone, I feel like we'll do fine.
As far as defense goes, or as far as offense goes, what can we expect to see?
Well, you know, we still try to play a little up-tempo game, but we've if we don't have any early offense in the transition, we've been pulling it out a lot lately and trying to you know, run some offense, set some good screens, get some good execution, definitely get our post players more involved in the offense, and we're trying not to shoot as many threes.
Let's talk some about the recent games. The last game against Ellsworth turned out well.
Yes, turned out well. It was a 7-point game. We ended up winning. It was a close game, probably about 10 points, the whole way. We got out to a good start. Kayla Mitchell really stepped up and had a great game. She had 24 points and led us in scoring. Kayla Dampier played a really good game too, had about 12 points and about 13 rebounds. But, as a group, we all played well, and we came away with the victory.
And that was part of the Penn Valley shootout, at the same shootout you saw Marshalltown.
Yes, Marshalltown is another team from Iowa, as well as Ellsworth, and they're usually a pretty good team. They're about 7-1 right now, so they're from a tough region up in Iowa, and they got to us pretty good, and they're a really fundamental sound team.
How'd the shootout go? Is that something you'll want to be doing again?
Yes, it's always an exciting shootout to go to. They always treat us pretty good down there in Kansas City, and it's always a good challenge to play those teams down there.
It's got to be a little bit of a battle, too, for the women when you're just playing back-to-back games.
Yes, it is, and the first Marshalltown game, that was really tough for us. We had just got off the road at Lincoln Trail on that Tuesday before we went, and then we had to get up early on Black Friday, which some of the girls hated because they wanted to get out and shop. But
I don't think Coach Thomas had that problem.
He probably didn't. But yeah, so we were up pretty late that night before we got to get on the bus, and it really showed on the court that day. We were like walking zombies that day. So we really struggled, but we bounced back the next night against Ellsworth, and we were successful that night.
Did you take much time off for the holiday?
No, we didn't have any days off. Only day we had off was Thanksgiving Day. So I don't know if we really would have benefited from having Wednesday off as well, but Thursday was the only day we had off. But over Christmas break, we're going to have roughly 2 weeks off. So hopefully that'll help us.
That's long enough to get out of shape.
Yes, it is. It is. We're going to get some shots up, and again, we don't play until January 8th after we play our last game on December 15th against Lincoln Trail at home. So, it gives kids a chance to go home and have a good break with their families.
You mentioned Lincoln Trail. That's another game that occurred since the last time we televised.
Yes, Lincoln Trail. That was a really good game down there at Lincoln Trail in Robinson, Illinois. And we were down 3 at the half, ended up losing by 15, but we just didn't shoot well from the free throw line. We lost by 15, as I said, and we shot 23 from 46 from the free throw line. So that's the difference of the ball game right there. We shot 46 free throws on the road, and the home team only shot 21 free throws. So, you have to take advantage of those situations and really cap those points.
For a coach, that's got to be a long ride home when you think about the fact that we were 23 for 46. And if we'd hit part of those, we'd have won the game.
Right, exactly. It was really frustrating, and needless to say, Wednesday when we got back, we shot a whole bunch of free throws. We shot them till their arms were tired.
Did it click with the girls as far as what had happened? Did they realize if we just hit those free throws, we would have come away with the W?
I think they're finally starting to realize that free throws are very important, and free throws win ball games. So, as I said, we're shooting a lot more free throws in practice, and as well as we're trying to do conditioning, because when we just shoot free throws and stand at the line, then that's not game-like situation. So we run a little sprints and then we shoot free throws so we can shoot while we're tired. Hopefully it'll help our free throw percentage.
Is the team where you'd like for it to be mentally at this point?
Well, not yet. We're still a little. Our basketball IQ is still a little low. It's progressing. Each game we play, I feel like we're getting a little bit smarter. It's just not progressing at the rate that I would hope for, but eventually I believe that we're going to be there, late in the latter part of the season.
It's going to be tough to get there as quickly as you would like, just for the simple fact that you're loaded with freshmen.
Yes, we are, and when you have so many freshmen, it is a big growing experience for those kids. And I always tell them that the college game is totally different from the high school game. It's a lot more physical. The game is longer. It's 8 minutes longer, as well as the season's longer. We play a minimum of 30 games, and high school teams only play anywhere from 20 to 25. So it's a lot tougher season, and the game's so much faster than the high school game. So you can't do some of those things that you were doing in high school that you were successful at, because kids are bigger, stronger, faster here in college.
We need to take a break. We have more coming up right after this.
I decided to come to Lewis and Clark Community College because it's close to home, and I knew a lot of my friends were going here too, so there's never an unfamiliar face in any of my classes. Coming to Lewis and Clark is a big step in my career path because Lewis and Clark has one of the best nursing programs in the area. Affordable, friendly atmosphere, attentive teachers, Lewis and Clark.
Takeout meals for just $12.99. Call it.
Sherry Pearson. You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montanopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich! This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on. Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
Hungry?
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
Jerron Young's here. I'm Kent Scheffel. We've got the pregame show for women's basketball going on right now. Coach, it's McKendree tonight, the JV.
Yes, we're expecting a good one tonight with McKendree's JV. They're always a good group, a good, fundamentally sound team that plays well as a team together.
We're a month into the season at this point. Let's talk about how the players are doing. Jasmine Alexander.
Jasmine Alexander, she's a freshman point guard. She's playing a second or third point guard role. She's progressing slowly but surely. We're looking for her to really run the team and cut her turnovers down and play smarter from the point and really handle the ball and run the show for us. And she's still learning to adjust to the college game, and slowly but surely she'll come along.
Venetia Childress?
Venetia Childress, she's our second leading scorer right now. She really started out well. She had a knee injury about the fourth game of the year that really set her back a little bit, so she missed a couple games. But she's slowly but surely coming back, working her way back into shape, and we're expecting a lot of big things from her.
Tell us about Kayla Dampier, and the bottom line is Kayla's a rarity on the team. She's a sophomore.
Yes, she is. Kayla is our leading scorer right now. She's averaging about 16 points a game. She's been playing a lot of positions for us, anywhere from pretty much the 2 through the 5, and she's also averaging about 4 blocks a game, so she's in the top 10 in the country in blocks. So we're expecting a lot from her. A lot of our offensive sets have her included in there. We like to run the offense through her, and hopefully she'll have a big night tonight.
You mentioned during the break that she was very frustrated after that Lincoln Trio game when she started thinking about the free throws she had missed.
Yes, she didn't shoot very well from the free throw line against Lincoln Trail, so she put some extra time in the gym and has really gotten to the line and got some extra shots in, and hopefully she'll keep getting to the line and start knocking them down.
That has to please you, though, as a coach, when you see a player take that kind of initiative, to have that kind of self-motivation and be that aware of what she's doing.
Yes, she's really a hard worker, and she likes to get better. She knows that she may have an opportunity to go on to a 4-year school, a great opportunity to go somewhere and play, and really step right in and play. And she's been working on her game, after practice as well.
Alara Gill?
Alara Gill, she's our big post player. She's been, coming along, but she's still hobbled with a knee injury, and she's trying to get back into shape. She's not fully in shape yet because of the knee injury, but she's going to be ready here late in the season.
And the third of only 3 sophomores, Rhonda Fox.
Rhonda Fox, our last game against Ellsworth, she really had a great game. She ran the floor, she ran the team, she really got everybody in the right place. She's not really a big scorer, but she is like our floor general. And we've been looking for her to step up, and she's finally come along and really running our team.
You like to see that come along, as you put it, when somebody's supposed to be running the team.
Yes, we really, we had high expectations for her to run the show this year. And, she got a little frustrated. She was making a few turnovers, and we had to redirect some things, and now she's back to running the show and doing a pretty good job.
Tell us about Caitlin Harris.
Caitlin Harris, she's a freshman. She's also, battling an ankle injury now. She's probably one of our 4th post players off the bench, and she's steadily improving. She's working hard in practice, and she's getting a lot better.
Alton product, Anita Holmes.
Anita Holmes, she is really probably our hardest worker on the team. She really hustles. She really plays hard. Every time she gets in there, she makes something happen. And we just tell her, just continue to get in and work hard, and she could be a real difference maker on defense for us.
St. John Hughes?
St. John Hughes, she's our backup point guard. She's been struggling a little bit with the turnovers, but her basketball IQ is slowly but surely coming around. We're trying to get her to cut down a little bit on her turnovers, but her assist-to-turnover ratio is slowly but surely progressing. We're looking for a lot more on defense to get some steals and hopefully be in the front of our press and handle that position pretty well.
Another one of your six-footers, Ivana Kovachev.
Oh, Ivana is really playing well. She's another one that's battling an injury. She was out a couple games with an ankle injury, and she's bounced back, and she had about 8 points and about 7 rebounds against Ellsworth, and she's really coming along, and we're expecting a lot of big things for her. She's developing more offensively. She's really known as a rebounder and a defensive player, but we're trying to get her offensive game to develop a lot more, and she's slowly but surely coming along.
And you've mentioned injuries. The bottom line is the season's long enough that injuries are just something you're going to live with.
Yeah, we're going to have to battle through them, everybody's got a little ooey and owie, and, but you have to play through them. This is not high school. You have to get out there and put in all the work you can. Make sure you get the treatment every day with our great trainer, Don Lentz, and he'll take care of you, and he'll get you back well.
Kylie Malvo?
Kylie Malvo, she's moved into the starting role as one of our post players, and she's second on the team in rebounding to Kayla. She's averaging about 8 rebounds a game. She's really a smart defender, really fundamentally sound on the rebounds, and we're also looking for her to pick up her scoring as well.
Brooke Meyer from Collinsville?
Brooke Meyer, she is a great shooter. She's got in and hit a couple threes for us. She comes off the bench. She's one of our smartest players as far as her basketball IQ. She can really get in there, and she knows exactly where to go, exactly where to be on the defensive end, as well as she doesn't try to do too much on the offensive end. She takes pretty good shots without a hand in her face and things like that, and I think that she's going to be okay.
Kayla Mitchell.
Kayla Mitchell, she really stepped up her game on against Ellsworth, and she had a great night with like I said, 24 points, and she's been shooting the ball, pretty good the last couple nights. Hopefully, she can shoot the ball, well tonight and get us off to a great start. Because if she's shooting well, then we're usually successful.
Another Alton product, Dominique Thomas.
Dominique Thomas. Dominique is another. She's very similar to Anita. She really gets in and plays hard and makes a difference. She's been teetering between the point guard and the 2-guard position, but she's another smart girl with a high basketball IQ, and she gets in and she really makes a difference.
And Tamara Williams from Vashon in St. Louis.
Tamara Williams, she's one of our taller, bigger guards. She's also moved into the starting role. She didn't play the first couple of games, but she's now back and into the starting role, and she's been playing pretty good. We'd like for her to be one of our scorers. And she can shoot the ball well from outside. She can penetrate and get to the basket and get others involved, and that's definitely what we're going to need tonight.
In your view, what's the grade for the team at this point? A, B, C, D?
Oh, well, we'd probably say about a C. We're working hard and getting better, but I think that grade will go up, slowly but surely. It's just a matter of learning and getting better each day you go out there and step on the floor.
Where will it ultimately go when you say you think it'll go up?
Well, hopefully it'll be an A. That's where we ultimately want to go. Realistically, I don't know, but hopefully it will be an A, and I think that, we'll be okay, later on in the season.
Coach Jerron Young, head coach of the women's basketball team, has been here as part of the pregame show. I'm Kent Scheffel. We have women's basketball against McKendree coming up in just a moment.
I chose Lewis Clark Community College because my dentist and my dental hygienist both highly recommended this school for the dental assisting program and dental hygiene program. And I feel completely prepared after going to just a couple semesters here. I feel like I know what I'm doing now. These great teachers, I feel like I can have one-on-one chances with them. So I feel completely prepared thanks to this college. Highly recommended, fantastic atmosphere, and great teachers. Lewis Clark.
Oh, sweetheart. Can I give you a hand?
No thanks, Dad. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna go fix the lamp in your room.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking. Viking.
Red state. Blue state. Vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live
our families,
united.
Even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
And hello again, everybody. Welcome to a big night of basketball here at Riverbend Arena. George C. Terry, Riverbend Arena, with Sean Rayburn, Brent Birkeland here for a Trailblazers doubleheader tonight. We have the women's game first against McKendree's JV squad, McKendree University Bearcats from Lebanon, Illinois. And then we will bring you the men's game, and that's Lewis and Clark against Shawnee College from Southern Illinois. So we start with the ladies tonight, and they have a record of 3-7, 10 games so far, Sean, and not many games left before the Christmas break now.
Yeah, not a whole lot. They're coming off a win in a tournament they had over the weekend against Ellsworth Community College. So before the break, playing McKendree here tonight, they've got a chance to really get a couple wins under their belt and go into the break looking pretty strong.
And getting an injured player back recently, and that is Tamra Williams. We'll have to see how she does. She's in the starting lineup. She's from Vashon High School in St. Louis. And again, a record of 3-7. You know that Coach Jerron Young would like to get closer and closer to that 500 mark and then see what happens after that.
Right. And as you said, with Tamara Williams coming back, it'll be nice to see how her presence is in this game. She's a freshman, but one of the starters and top players for this Lewis and Clark team.
Well, we'd like to see the guards maybe step it up tonight, and maybe a couple of the guards get in double figures tonight. We've seen Kayla Dampier pretty much lead the way and score 20, 25 points a game in some of the games we've seen, and she's the big girl at 6'2", but maybe the guards can come alive tonight.
Right. We'll see them probably take a pretty good chance at coming alive tonight. McKendree, they're fresh off a loss against Southwestern Illinois College.
They have a record of 2-5 JV-wise. Of course, they have a varsity team and a JV team at McKendree University. Their varsity team has got 4 wins. They are 4-2, but on the JV side, a record of 2-5. And then later on, the men's team with a couple of wins so far. They are 2-5 on the year. And we know the men's team would like to get on that winning track just like the ladies.
Yeah, the men's, they can put some wins together too and hopefully go into this break with some momentum going.
We still have some home games left here at Riverbend Arena in the month of December, but we start out with this big doubleheader tonight on LCTV, and we'll tell you about the starters as we go along. It does include Kayla Dampier, who has had a great season already at 6'2", a sophomore from Riverview Gardens High School in St. Louis. We also have Tamra Williams in the starting lineup tonight for Jerron Young. Fox and Mitchell will be back at the guards position. Fox, a 5'4" sophomore guard. And then you have Kylie Malvo, a 5'10" freshman down low, playing with Dampier. But again, a lot of subs will get into the game. Good rotation tonight for both Lewis and Clark teams, and we'll see what happens with that tonight. Let's go down to the floor and get things started here with our doubleheader. Women's first, Lady Trailblazers against the Bearcats.
McKendree University going up against your Trailblazers of Lewis and Clark Community College. Before we introduce tonight's starting lineups, we ask that everyone please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for McKendree Women's JV, wearing number 15, a 5'2" sophomore from Hazelwood, Missouri, Erica Norwood. Next, a 5'9" junior from Mascoutah, Illinois, Danielle Amon-Stewart. Number 24, a 5'7" junior from East Peoria, Illinois, Nicole Alwyn. Number 35, 5'8" sophomore from O'Fallon, Illinois, Kendall Butler. And wearing number 40, a 5'11" junior from Teutopolis, Illinois, Holly Kester. Junior varsity is coached by Casey Frazier. And now, ladies and gentlemen, everyone rise and greet your Trailblazers of Lewis and Clark Community College. First, wearing number 1, 6'2" sophomore, Riverview Gardens, Kayla Dampier. Number 22, a 5'4" sophomore from Florissant, Missouri, Rhonda Fox. Wearing number 33, a 5'10" freshman from Florissant, Missouri, Kylie Malvo. Wearing number 23, a 5'7" freshman from Hazelwood, Missouri, Kayla Mitchell. And wearing number 15, a 5'10" freshman from St. Louis, Missouri, Tamara Williams. Lewis and Clark, assisted by Kerry Jackson, Erica Lewis, and the head coach, Jerron Young. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the starting lineups. The question is, are you ready for basketball?
Trailblazers and Bearcats as we get ready to go for women's basketball here tonight. Coach Jerron Young of the Lady Trailblazers and Coach Casey Frazier of McKendree wearing their purple. And they have 7 players dressed. Keep that in mind. They have 2 subs on the bench right now. And they win the tip, and we are underway. McKendree gets the ball inside right away. Down to the block it goes, and up and in it goes. Number 34, Nicole Alwan puts it in for 2, and that's the way the scoring begins tonight.
Yeah, Alwan found a hole in the defense and pretty much took that shot uncontested.
And on the turnover, it is McKendree basketball again. They bring it up the floor and into Alwan, back to the three-point line, up and in, and Erica Norwood hits a 3, and just like that, a quick 5-0 lead.
Yeah, the Bearcats didn't take long. They got 2 good shots, and they've got an early lead here.
And the Lady Bearcats will pick up a foul at the other end as Lewis and Clark barely has touched the basketball and already trail by 2 buckets, 5-0, and Norwood picks up a foul as Mitchell is at the free throw line, and she puts it up and in. A Kayla Mitchell, freshman from Hazelwood West in Hazelwood, Missouri, across the river. Mitchell hits the first free throw, second free throw good. Lewis and Clark on the board, and now it's 5-2, a minute into the game. And number 40 brings it up the floor, Holly Kester. Kester is a 5'11", really big guard, handling the basketball and also posting up down low. Inside Norwood, blocked away. Dampier with a big block there as Norwood looked like she had a step under the basket.
Yeah, Dampier came in there and got her hand up and really did a good job of blocking that shot.
And they throw it in right at the front of the rim, up and in. Another easy basket, Danielle Amon-Stewart. 2 more easy ones for McKendree as they start out in a zone defense, a 2-3 matchup zone defense here against Lewis and Clark. And they get a steal. Kester the other way, quickly the other way, 3-on-3. Finger roll is missed, and Dampier has the Lewis and Clark rebound, 7-2 Bearcats.
Dampier really getting aggressive down there at the paint, doing a good job to get those rebounds.
Lewis and Clark basketball. Rhonda Fox gives it to Tamra Williams. Now in the corner, Mitchell fires a 3. It's missed. Rebound on the weak side. And inside, Lewis and Clark missing a shot. Dampier with a follow is fouled. So a couple of offensive rebounds for Lewis and Clark there. And Dampier going to get free throws, it looks like, as Alwan, 34, will get the foul, her first and the team's second foul. Kayla Dampier puts it up, and the free throw off the back iron, no good. 18-14 to go, just 2 minutes into the game here. And Dampier up and missed them both. It's still a 5-point lead for the Bearcats.
It hurts when you can't get those free points on the line.
Inside, underneath, shot missed there, an open look again. That one was Kendall Butler. But back the other way, Lewis and Clark. Dampier into the lane, throws it away. Pass too high. Looks like the Trailblazers may be going a little bit too fast. Need to just settle down a little bit.
Yeah, just slow it down a little bit and wait for those holes to open up and just try and take the smart shots, and you don't have to rush anything just yet as it's still early on here in the first half.
Kester still bringing it up the floor at 5'11". And the shot rolls in from the baseline. Stewart, 2 more, and their shooting percentage is pretty good already.
And they've done an excellent job at getting those open shots. When you're not contested taking a shot, it's so much easier to make those buckets.
Turnover, Dampier traveling out at the wing there, the left elbow, and a little pressure applied by the Trailblazers here. And head coach Jerron Young looking over the defense and looking over a 9-2 score here as Kester brings it up the floor.
Yeah. The start that Lewis and Clark has gotten off to, maybe not what they envisioned with the 9-2 score, but trying to get it back right here.
Dampier off the glass. No, missed it on the run there. Tipped out, and Bearcats ball. Lady Cats have it. And 3 minutes into the game, it's 9-2. As the starters are still in for both teams. Kester to the baseline. Shot up. Rolls off the rim this time. They finally miss a shot, and Rhonda Fox the other way. Trailblazers ball, and Williams has it outside the arc. Into the lane, rolls in. Williams for two.
Williams doing a good job getting in the lane and using her big frame to get an easy shot.
Back the other way quickly. It's Norwood breaking the press. Kester gets it inside, and they throw it across the lane. It's a turnover. Mitchell the other way for the Blazers. All the way down, around Kester, and Mitchell lays it in. Kayla Mitchell with 4. It's 9-6 now. McKendree's lead is down to 3. It was 9-2. Here's Kester inside, knocked away, but up and in on the other side as the loose ball found Amon-Stewart, and she laid it in. 6 points for her already.
Yeah, she's been doing a good job of finding the bucket, and now a chance to get an old-fashioned three-point play.
She's a 5'9" forward from Mascoutah, Illinois. Mascoutah High School, and three-point play is good. Just like that, the Purple have doubled up Lewis and Clark now, 12-6 with that three-point play. Here's Williams to Dampier, knocked away, turnover. And a turnover right back. Trailblazers have it again.
Yeah, that was an excellent job by the Trailblazers to get that ball back on the quick turnaround.
Williams inside with a drive, missed it. Off the glass, no good, and here come the Bearcats again. Norwood driving in, bounces to Butler, out to Kester at the top. Over to Norwood, now Kester, top of the key, 2, and it's good. Timeout, Lewis and Clark, it's 14-6. And McKendree red hot from the field. It looks like a quick 30-second timeout, and the Bearcats not missing much here.
No, they're really not. And Lewis and Clark taking a timeout, hopefully to mess up the rhythm that the Bearcats have going on right now. As you said, their shooting percentage has been excellent so far.
Only missed a couple of shots and lead it 14-6, and that last shot by Holly Kester, 5'11" junior from T-Town to Topolis. And of course, we know about the basketball tradition there, boys and girls in T-Town. She is from Teutopolis, so watch number 40 play on McKendree's side tonight if you enjoy basketball. And she's bringing it up the floor and working high and low for the Bearcats. Here come the Trailblazers, though, out of the timeout. Fox has it up the floor. She's from McClure North High School in Florissant, Missouri, North County. And Fox driving to the top of the key, hands the ball off. Benicia Childress in the game, and she has it now. Childress up, missed it, left it short, and a foul over the back on 34 Childress after she missed it. Had a good look, thought it was going to go in, but Trailblazers have a foul.
Yeah, she did a good job. She didn't give up and got her own rebound after the shot, but then just couldn't get it to get in the net.
And they break the press again and come down the floor. Back to Norwood. Over to Butler. Butler, nice bounce underneath. Shot missed, but a foul. And we'll see, that might be Malvo flashing by down there, down low. No, it's not going to be 33. It'll be 23, Kayla Mitchell with her first. So give Mitchell the foul. And the free throw rolls off the rim, no good by Alwan there. Still 14-6 as Butler comes out of the game here, and number 10 checks in, and that is Brianna Pierce from Chicago. She's a guard, and both free throws missed there by Alwan. Still 14-6. Mitchell for 3, and it's good on the right side.
That was a deep shot taken by Mitchell, and she took it pretty much uncontested and made the 3 points. So that's a good thing here for the Trailblazers as they try and climb back into this game.
Shot underneath, missed, and back come the Trailblazers again, down 14-9. Mitchell has 7 of the 9 points. And here's another turnover as Kester has the basketball. Kester brings it up the floor, into the front court it goes. All the way down, Kester finger roll, no good. Lady Blazers the other way. Long pass is stolen away, purple ball again.
Yeah, that was a chance there as the Trailblazers got behind the defense of the Bearcats, but just couldn't get enough on the pass.
McKendree's JV team at 2-5 on the year. Here's a 3 by Pierce off the bench. No, Norwood with a rebound though. And they're going to get another chance to set it up. Fresh shot clock, but Norwood for 3, no good. And we're going to have a foul on the rebound. It's going to go on McKendree's Nicole Alwan, number 34. She's going to come out of the game, and Butler's going to check back in. Kendall Butler was a starter. She's from O'Fallon, Illinois. 5'8" sophomore from O'Fallon High School. Panthers. 14-9 here as McKendree has led since we tipped it off, really. And there's a shot that's short by Mitchell. Going to go the other way. Bearcats ball, and Trailblazers will bring in Ivana Kovachev. Kovachev into the game.
The Bearcats really came out of the gate with their foot on the pedal, and they really haven't let off. But the Trailblazers are starting to catch up a little bit as the score is 14-9. The Bearcats leading.
Kovachev into the game on defense, and Lewis and Clark has gone to a zone, and they have the steal. Here comes Childress, stolen away by Kester, though. Another turnover, and Childress has another foul.
Yeah, Childress couldn't take care of that ball. There was a good chance there. Nice pass from Mitchell, but another turnover by the Trailblazers.
Interesting that both teams have gone to a matchup zone on defense, really. A 2-1-2 or a 2-3 on that zone D by both teams. A little more aggressive for the Trailblazers on the defense as they're doubling the basketball, and here's Pierce at the top. She rolls it off the rim at the top of the key. That one almost went in. Back the other way, Lady Blazers into the lane. Finger roll missed. Open look there by Fox.
Yeah, it hurts when you can't put those easy layups in.
Layup the other way is missed. We have a layup at each end, no good. Now Childress going all the way down, up and in this time, good.
Childress finding a way to the bucket, doing a good job using her tall frame to get up and over the defenders.
Kester finds Pierce on the wing. Down low, shot missed. Rebound is up, and a foul on Dampier as she could not get that loose ball, and quickly number 32 grabbed it. Amon-Stewart, 7 points for her already. And McKendree's going to bring in their other sub, and that is Ashley Garlick, the only other player that hasn't been in yet for McKendree. Free throw up and in by Stewart. Garlick into the game. And number 24 for Lewis and Clark, Brooke Meyer in from Collinsville, Illinois. And Sinjin Hughes from Indianapolis into the game. Hughes, a 5'4" freshman guard. Free throw good. 16-11, 5-point lead for the Bearcats. Sinjin Hughes gives it to Childress. Dampier now to Meyer for 3 in the corner. Good. Right off the bench, Brooke Meyer with a tray.
And Brooke Meyer not wasting any time, and a big 3 there for the Trailblazers.
2 threes for the Lady Blazers now, and they're back in it at 16-14. Pierce for 3, though. It's no good.
You hear the Trailblazers only down by 2. The crowd's really starting to come alive, too, and a little bit of momentum maybe starting to turn the tide.
Foul on McKendree's number 40, Holly Kester, her first. 11:22 to go, first half. Into Dampier for the tie, and it's good. 16-16, Dampier's first points.
Yeah, that was a sneaky inbound pass by Childress, found Dampier, and she basically made that shot uncontested. So now it's tied up.
Tie game as Kester will fire long range and missed it from the right side, but she'll get it back, and now it's knocked out by Childress. And they say it's out on Kester. Instead, Lewis and Clark ball. Well, 50-50 call there goes to the home team, and Trailblazers up the floor. Brooke Meyer has it in the left corner, back to Hughes. Underneath Dampier, it was knocked away, but laid up and in.
And maybe that timeout that the Trailblazers took early on in this half worked out, because they were trailing at 1.9 to 2, and now they have a 2-point lead.
Kester from the elbow, shot missed, rebound, Hughes the other way. Kovacev hit that last bucket to give Lewis and Clark the lead, and now we have a foul on Amon-Stewart, her first foul. 10:22 to go, and here comes Norwood back into the game for Garlick. And Brooke Meyer will throw it in under the Trailblazers basket. Stolen away, though, by Norwood, and she's headed the other way. Norwood all the way down, and she ties it at 18.
Yeah, the Trailblazers didn't get away with kind of a sloppy pass there, and the Bearcats knew what to do with it. Norwood takes it in.
Coach Teron Young calling out an offensive play here against the zone defense. Dampier, free throw line, good! Trailblazers by 2 again. Dampier with 4 points. Bearcats have it, free throw line. Norwood left side. Back to Kester, who will fire it up. Missed it, got her own rebound though, and traveled under the basket. 20-18, Trailblazers have fought back, all the way back, to take the lead. And here is Alara Gill, 6'3" sophomore from North County Tech in Florissant, Missouri, number 44 into the game. And here comes Hughes up the floor, the point guard for Lewis and Clark. To Brooke Meyer, back to Hughes, a 3 at the top of the key, nope. Rebound, tipped around, and Gill has it. No, the follow good. Kovacev hits again.
Yeah, the Trailblazers using their height to get those rebounds, and good job by them on that run.
Trailblazers by 4. Here's Butler, back to Kester. Norwood has it in the corner. Gives to Butler, knocked away, and it's still going to be McKendree ball as they have another sub waiting at the table. Nicole Alwan, a starter, back in for Casey Frazier, the head coach for the JV team. And Norwood has it and sets it up with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Norwood for 3, and it's off the mark. Rebound, McKendree, though. They're getting to those loose balls and offensive rebounds. Down into the right corner, Norwood dumps it inside. Back out to Kester. 8.5 to go. Nice cut to the basket, back door, and Norwood lays it in.
That was a really good possession by the Bearcats, getting a lot of passing in and finding the bucket.
Hughes throws one up there, no good. Tipped out by Lewis and Clark, and now McKendree has a chance to tie the game. Trailblazers lead the Bearcats 22-20. And McKendree's JV team has the basketball, and Kester with the orange. She brings it into the front court to Butler. Kester will fire, long 2, good. We're tied at 22.
Kester's really got some range on her jumper with that last bucket there.
She's got 4. 4 different players have scored for the Bearcats. Here's a miss by Brooke Meyer from 3. Rebound, Bearcats again. Long pass into the front court. Amon-Stewart to Kester. Now Alwan, Kester again, left open again, missed it this time. Brooke Meyer the other way. Lewis and Clark ball, here's Childress. Benicia Childress, 6-foot freshman, into the lane, rolls off the rim, rebound. Lewis and Clark ball, Hughes to the right elbow. Down underneath, Gill fires it up and in.
That was a good job by Hughes, really doing a good job of distributing the ball, finding the open person on the court. And retaking the lead again is the Trailblazers.
Lady Blazers by 2. Hughes to Kovachev and then to Gill. Here's Kester for the tie. Nope. Rebound Lewis and Clark again. Childress with it. And Childress up the floor to Brooke Meyer. Back to Childress, top of the key. Line drive 3, no good. Rebound's going to go the other way. It's Bearcats ball. Timeout for the Bearcats. 6:45 to go, first half. And they'll take a timeout here. 24-22, Trailblazers lead by 2. And we'll take a break too. Back at Lewis and Clark in a moment on LCTV.
I decided to come to Lewis and Clark Community College because it's close to home and I knew a lot of my friends were going here too, so there's never an unfamiliar face in any of my classes. Coming to Lewis and Clark is a big step in my career path because Lewis and Clark has one of the best nursing programs in the area. Affordable, friendly atmosphere, attentive teachers, Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark head coach Jerron Young in the huddle there as, again, McKendree had that early lead. As much as 9-2 at one point. They fought all the way back, Sean. Now they lead it by 2, and we've had a couple of ties here, so back and forth so far.
Both teams really looking like they want this game, as you said. The Bearcats got off to that early lead and really came out of the gate not missing hardly any shots, and now they've kind of came back to earth, and the Trailblazers have fought to get back in it, and now they've taken the lead.
And the Bearcats wanting a timeout. Now we're ready to go. It is Holly Kester bringing it up the floor, number 40 for the Bearcats. From McKendree University, right side Butler. Shoots for the tie, it's good. Kendall Butler ties it at 24 all.
Yeah, so the Bearcats not going anywhere. They're hanging in as they tie it back up.
Trailblazers in the left corner. Childress fires an air ball from the left side from the three-point line. Long pass into the front court. Driving down the baseline. They'll kick it to Kester. Wide open, and she hits again.
Kester has been the Bearcats' go-to from outside the arch and just inside. So she's been their deep threat on those long shots.
Traveling called as they get into the lane, and Kylie Malvo picked up the dribble and then shuffled her feet. And with 6 minutes to go till halftime, we're going to go the other way. Lady Bearcats with the ball, and here they come. And it's a 2-point game. They lead it by 2, but they turn it over, and Lewis and Clark with a chance to tie.
That was Mitchell with the steal, and she did an excellent job of watching the ball, and she just put her hands up and came away with it.
Inside Gill had it go off of her hands, and we're going to go the other way again. McKendree ball. Top of the key, they set it up. And to the right corner it goes. Norwood to Kester, over to Butler as they work it around the three-point line. Both teams still in the zone defense. Lewis and Clark with a steal, though. Here they come for the tie again.
Lewis and Clark crowd trying to pump up these Trailblazers.
Dampier inside, missed the shot, rebound, Bearcats. Long pass to Kester in the front court, and she waits on her teammates as they set up the offense. Traveling, though, top of the key, and right back to Lewis and Clark with just under 5 minutes left.
Yeah, Kester saw a pass open, but her feet were moving. Maybe the floor is a little slippery and got called for the travel.
Ivana Kovachev and back into the game. Comes in for Gill. Here's number 5, Dominique Thomas. And it's a turnover as Kylie Malvo is there on the baseline. Now coming in, a Kayla Mitchell. Number 23, Mitchell, a 5'7" freshman, checks in for Thomas. 4:40 to go, first half, and still a 2-point game. Close ball game. McKendree inside, though, splitting the defense. Up and in for Danielle Amon-Stewart, and she has 11 points. 4 buckets, 3 free throws. She's in double figures. So she's done a good job down low. Here's Williams from 3. Nope. 4-point lead, and here comes McKendree for more. Norwood, what a move, all the way down to lay it in.
An excellent move by Norwood, and the Bearcats really speeding up the tempo when they see they've got a chance to take advantage of it.
Here's Mitchell for 3, and good off the bench. Mitchell with her second 3, and she has 10. She's in double figures. So a Kayla Mitchell right back with an answer, 30-27. Here's Butler for 3, and it's in and out, no good. Williams with a strong rebound. Williams all the way down, free throw line, missed it. Rebound Bearcats. Here's Kester.
Williams maybe could have slowed it down just a tad, and now the Bearcats had a good opportunity there.
Kester missed the shot, but picked up her second foul on the rebound. Now Fox into the game for Malvo. And on the other side, Brianna Pierce is going to check in for Butler. So Lewis and Clark with Kovachev, Fox, Dampier, Williams, and Mitchell in the game for Coach Jerron Young here.
Yeah, the Trailblazers really doing a good job of keeping everybody fresh and getting a good rotation on the court.
And that may work to their advantage come the second half because McKendree's only have 2 subs, remember. 7 players dressed. Here's a travel on the wing. Bearcats turn it over, and we've had a lot of turnovers for both teams.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers and giving opportunities to both teams, and that's why it's been such a close game. It's 30-27. The Bearcats lead it here.
Lewis and Clark trying to get a little closer. A 3 would tie the game. Here's Williams. Lewis and Clark with 3 threes in the game. Mitchell has 2. Mitchell again. No. Dampier, yes, with a follow. Kayla has 6.
Yeah, Dampier doing an excellent job of getting that rebound and putting up the easy bucket.
Here's Pierce skipping it to Norwood. Down low, Dampier tipped it out. And it's going to be Bearcats' ball as the defense tipped it out. Lewis and Clark has had 2, 4, 6 subs in the game, so they've played 11 players so far overall, really. And Norwood missed the shot. Dampier knocks it out again, and McKendree's going to get another chance. That was an air ball, so the shot clock does not reset. It's at 16 seconds. And they'll throw it in. Right elbow, shot no good. Rebound Williams for Lewis and Clark. Up the floor, into the lane. Williams lost it, but a blocking foul is called. McKendree, Alwan will pick up her 3rd foul.
Tamara Williams did a good job in the lane. She saw a hole, and even though she didn't get the bucket, she was able to pick up the foul. So still a chance right here for the Trailblazers to tie it, and they do.
3 points for Williams with that free throw. And from the free throw line, Trailblazers now 3 out of 5 overall. They've tied it at 30-30. And Williams breaks the tie with both free throws. And here's the Bearcats once again. Front court, here they come into the offensive zone. Stolen away, though. Another turnover. Here comes Mitchell the other way. Mitchell all the way down. Finger roll, good. Nice move to the rack by Mitchell.
Yeah, very nice move. She had control of the ball the entire time and an excellent finger roll layup to finish it off.
She's got 12 points now. Underneath, nice spin move, but no finish there for Amon-Stewart. And Dampier the other way. 1:30 to go. First half winding down here. Close to the intermission, and Mitchell for three. Nope. 33-30. Trailblazers by 3 points, and we're at 1:20 to go. Here at George C. Terry Riverbend Arena, Godfrey, Illinois. Norwood, 3 for the tie. No. Williams the other way.
A good chance there by the Bearcats. I don't know how Norwood got that open. She was all by herself, but just missed the shot.
Had a good look. We're under a minute to go till halftime. Williams left side misses the 3, and we're at 45 ticks left. Kester brings it up the floor. McKendree ball. Pierce to Kester. Long 2. No. Rebound. Trailblazers tried to save it but couldn't do it. And we're at 34 seconds left, and McKendree will throw it in under their basket. Here we go. It's Kester on the trigger. Kester throws it into Norwood. Back to Kester. Baseline 2. Good. Holly Kester has 8.
And Norwood and Kester have really been a good duo here for the Bearcats.
Norwood with 9. Kester with 8. 20 seconds to go. Lewis and Clark for the last shot here. 1 point game just before halftime, and Rhonda Fox gives it up to Williams. Now Dampier has it. 7 seconds left. Mitchell driving right side. Norwood with a touch foul there. Tough call there on a foul by Norwood. She looked like she got all ball, but they're going to call a hand check there, really. And 3.5 to go with Mitchell at the line now for Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, a chance here for Lewis and Clark to extend their lead with just 3.5 seconds left in the half.
12 for Mitchell, and missed the free throw. 3 seconds to go. 1 point game. Kester fires long range. No good. And it's halftime here at Lewis and Clark. Lady Trailblazers by 1 at the half here on LC TV.
I decided to come to Lewis and Clark because it was close to home, inexpensive. I wanted to become a computer graphic designer, also become an animator as well. Hopefully with this degree, I could break into the video game industry or the film industry. Affordable, close to home, cutting edge technology. Lewis and Clark.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. I'll teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
Welcome back to the George C. Terry Riverbend Arena on the campus of Lewis and Clark Community College. The Lewis and Clark Lady Trailblazers lead McKendree JV by a score of 33-32. Joining me at halftime is our director of our TRIO Student Support Services, Kevin Williams. And Kevin, you know, I know that there are TRIO programs at over 1,000 universities and colleges in the United States. Tell us a little bit about TRIO and what those programs offer.
Well, TRIO is a program that's designed to help first-generation, low-income students, students with disabilities, students that are older students, adult students that are returning to college. And what we try to do is make sure they're prepared for the new economy. We try to prepare them for, even on the high school level, like talent search and upward bound, we try to prepare them for college. And then on the student support services level, we're trying to prepare them to go to a four-year college or university. And in the university level, sometimes they try to prepare students to go on to graduate school, like the McNair Scholars Program. And what we try to do is just to help people who a lot of times don't have a chance. A lot of people are underserved because, you know, maybe their background, maybe their income background. Sometimes, unfortunately, you know, their racial background. Sometimes people are discriminated against in the educational system. And so we try to do things to help students in those situations, you know, succeed and do as best they can in college and then prepare for careers.
Now, you had mentioned some of the qualifications. You talked about first-generational college student. What are some of the requirements of a whole for a student to get involved in the TRIO program? Well,
and for example, TRIO Student Support Services, a student has to be a first-generation student. That means neither one of the parents has finished a bachelor's degree. Also, we look at the income background, whether they're low income, which is based off the family income. And we also look at academic need, and that could be a person in pre-college level courses or a person that is just struggling with, let's say, math and English. And then there are also adult students that haven't been in school for 5 or 10 years, for example. Those students will qualify. And also students with documented disability, whether it be a learning disability, IEP in high school, actual physical disabilities, emotional disabilities, those students can qualify. However, with the disabilities, we cannot provide accommodations. Like at Lewis and Clark, we have a student development program that offers those type of accommodations.
You briefly touched on some programs. I think you mentioned Upward Bound and Talent Search, was it? Tell us about those specific programs, if you would.
Well, those programs, I'm not that familiar with those programs, so I don't work that much with those programs, but Talent Search is a program that works with 6th grade to 12th grade students, and it's available at the middle school and high school level, and they do a lot of field trips. They do financial aid applications. They talk about, they do college visits, different things like that. Upward Bound, it's high school, 9th to 12th grade, and they tend to focus a lot on math and science and English and foreign language preparation. They have a summer component that's very powerful, and the students spend 6 weeks on the college campus, and they get a chance to experience that environment, and they do a lot of activities over the summer period. And there's an Upward Bound Math and Science program that focuses primarily on math and science. And there's a Veterans Upward Bound program that focuses on helping veterans get acclimated back to society, because a lot of our veterans, you know, whether they're experiencing the war or just the military lifestyle, they need to have some adjustment, you know, coming back to civilian life.
Now, you talked about these different programs. Obviously, for a program like this to work in a college setting, there probably has to be some cooperation from the faculty and other staff. So how do you work within the faculty, and how do you get the information you need to help the students?
Okay, on our campus, we do early grade alerts or midterm grade alerts, and what that does is help the student prepare for, in the midterm section, to see how they're doing in their classes. And we actually submit reports and requests to the professors, and they submit those grades back to us at that time. And a lot of times, if a student's having problems outside of that midterm period, I can email a professor, or our counselor email a professor regarding a student. And and some students we work closer together. With some professors we work closer together with particular students depending on the situation. And the college is very supportive of the program. We've been trying to work harder to be more cohesive with the programs in recent times, like what we're doing with the TRIO night tonight, to make sure they get out and experience some things at the college and make sure the programs work together more cohesively.
So tonight is a TRIO night, huh?
Right, yeah.
And that's bringing them out to the basketball game and seeing some other things. So you do more things like that throughout the year.
Yes.
Now, we talked about how it's at Lewis and Clark. It's also at other universities and colleges. And I think you had made mention about how our goal is to kind of get them prepared for that 4-year degree. So is that generally the case? We're trying to push them on to 4-year? Because, you know, a lot of our programs are 2-year programs to try to go right to work, but this is more focused on the 4-year route?
Right, particularly at the community colleges, since we're a 2-year institution, you know, and most of our students in our program are in an associate in science degree. Some students are taking the criminal justice route, and they can actually go get a bachelor's degree at Missouri Baptist. So there are those exceptions.
So I guess you counsel them on 2+2 programs and maybe at other schools, or advise them on how to get with the other schools, or maybe even scholarships available at those schools?
Scholarships? Yes, some schools have transfer scholarships. And like, for example, Eastern Illinois University in Carbondale, they have a student support services program. So what I try to do is try to make sure students know about those type of programs, because they can get additional support at those universities, because it's good to transfer from one TRIO program to another.
Now, I also see you do an orientation program for students when they first come in.
Right.
What happens in that? Does it talk about their studies or campus life, or just everything in general?
What we do is we just talk about the services we provide. We try to help students get acclimated to the college environment, because there are about 5 areas that are important, like financial aid, financial assistance, financial literacy, academic counseling and development, career counseling, transfer, assistance and advisement, and support services like personal counseling and different things like that. And then also the disability services, because some students aren't aware if they have a disability, especially learning disability, they're not aware of the services that are available.
Now, you mentioned how there was financial literacy education.
Right.
What does that really entail? Does it tell them how to do what to do with their money?
Well, yes, in a nutshell. We're growing with that, because I know a lot of Americans aren't financially literate. You know, it's about budgeting, you know, savings, you know, even business opportunities and different things like that. There's different levels of financial literacy, so we just try to basically touch on the basics like saving and just getting prepared for college and what you can do with your money for college.
Now, I know I've had several TRIO students in my program, and I'm used to those academic midterm grade reports. Right. Tell us about how this program has affected some students. I know it's been very beneficial to some, but obviously the students probably are pretty appreciative that it's there, but what do they think about this program?
Well, I've had students that were just happy to have somebody to talk to, to support them, to listen to them, care about them. Then I've had some students that, you know, they enjoy the grades. A lot of them enjoy the book services that we have, because we offer a book loan program also with the project. And they just they seem to just like a lot of them just want a family type of atmosphere. You know, a lot of them some of them are kind of insecure about being in college and insecure about themselves, and they just like that type of support. You know, somebody to have their back and just support them.
Now, the TRIO program's been going on about how long at Lewis and Clark, would you say?
SSS has been here since 1980.
Wow.
The actual program started in 1964.
Wow. Do you know how it differs here at Lewis and Clark than other places? Just maybe other places offer different services or not as many?
From what I've seen, we offer pretty much some of the same services. Some people don't have a book loan project. Some people, and we're not buying books with our federal money to loan out. A lot of times we just get book donations. And so we loan those books out to students, and several campuses have that. A lot of universities are set up different, because they actually serve people from freshman year to senior year. And so the university's set up a little different.
Quickly tell us how students can get involved. Can they contact you? What's the best way?
They can contact me. They can fill out an application. My contact information is 468-6300, and they can also email me at kwilliams@lc.edu. And if they want more information, they can go on www.coenet.us, and that will give you a great look at these TRIO programs, the history, you know, what we offer around the nation and the U.S. territories that we have.
Great. Kevin, Director of our TRIO Student Support Services, stick around for the second half of Lady Trailblazer basketball.
I chose Lewis and Clark Community College because my dentist and my dental hygienist both highly recommended this school for the dental assisting program and dental hygiene program. And I feel completely prepared after going to just a couple semesters here. I feel like I know what I'm doing now. These great teachers, I feel like I can have one-on-one chances with them. So I feel completely prepared thanks to this college. Highly recommended, fantastic atmosphere, and great teachers. Lewis and Clark.
sweetheart. Gonna give you a hand?
No thanks, Dad. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna go fix the lamp in your room.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking. Viking.
Red state, blue state, vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown. Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty. Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live
our families,
united.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Welcome back to more halftime here in the women's game, first game of the night, and the men's game later this evening here at Riverbend Arena. But close game here, Sean, back and forth.
A very close game. It's going back and forth. And when you first looked at this game on the schedule, maybe you could have overlooked this team. And McKendree's hung in there with the Trailblazers, and it looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
It looks that way. McKendree jumped out to that good start here tonight. Still shooting very well from the field right now, their shooting percentage. But Amanda Mitchell, or Kayla Mitchell that is, has done the job for Lewis and Clark with 12 points.
Yeah, she's really stepped up, and when she's been on the court, she's been really one of the people driving this Trailblazer team and helping them have that lead that they got off to.
We talked about the guards helping out in the scoring for a person like a scorer like Dampier. Well, Dampier has 6, but again, Mitchell leading the way with 12 points right now as they go back to the floor and get ready for the second half now. Let's go down to the floor and get ready for the Bearcats and the Trailblazers for the second half of action as Coach Jerron Young gets his team ready to go again in a 1-point game. Lewis and Clark leading 33-32 as we get ready for the second half of action. And McKendree being led by Danielle Amon-Stewart, 11 points. Norwood has 9. Kester with 8 points. So those are their top 3 scorers, all doing a good job in the first half. And Lewis and Clark ball with the lead as we start the second half. Mitchell to Dampier inside. Shot missed as they set it up nicely, but Malvo couldn't finish it there.
Yeah, great early opportunity there for the Trailblazers and just missed.
Norwood just misses a 3. Kester, though, with the rebound. Back to Butler. McKendree looks for the lead with a bucket here as Kester drives in, kicks it to Butler for 2, and it's good. And the lead goes to the Bearcats by 1 point.
Yet again, another lead change here at the beginning of the second half, and the Bearcats have really liked taking those long-range jumpers.
Here's the ball knocked into the backcourt, and Norwood, good hustle play, finger roll, missed it though. And McKendree was looking for a big bucket there, and Norwood would have been in double figures, but it would not roll in. And so, 34-33, Bearcats by a point. Trailblazers ball, and here they come. Fox inside, good D there as they tied her up, and turnover, they head the other way. Bearcats ball all the way down, left hand, no good. Norwood has the rebound, and she controls it to Amon-Stewart, back to Kester.
Yeah, Norwood, a good job of getting that rebound, and then even though she was on the floor, she was still able to distribute it out.
Kester with a travel at the top of the key, and 18:24 to go in the game, and there's your 1-point score. McKendree by a point. And Lewis and Clark coming up the floor now, with Fox and Dampier, Williams, Mitchell, and number 33, Malvo. Malvo has the ball now. Into the corner, it's Williams. Now Dampier with a little turnaround hook. No good. Rebound, Bearcats. Kester up the floor again. 2 minutes into the second half. With Sean Rayburn, Brent Birkeland here with you at George C. Terry, Riverbend Arena. Campus of Lewis and Clark. Good D there by Malvo. She has the steal. Malvo the other way. Hands it to the point guard. Fox to Dampier for three. Way off the mark. Jump ball called, and the arrow's going to go to McKendree now. So McKendree will take it the other way with a 1-point lead. 3-7 after 10 games for Lewis and Clark. They've won 3. They're looking for a win tonight.
Yeah, they won their most recent game, and that was against Ellsworth Community College. So trying to string a couple of wins together here would be nice tonight.
Butler drives in nicely. Good drive there, and she was fouled. Malvo with her first foul. Trailblazers, not many fouls in that first half.
No, for the most part, it was pretty clean. I believe, what did they have, 5 in the first half?
5 or 6 fouls, and Butler hits the free throw. She's up to 5 points in the game. Lewis and Clark ladies will play next Tuesday at Jefferson. Then they have a home game next weekend against Lincoln Trail, and that'll be it until 2014. So a road game, a home game, and then that'll be it for December. And then they take the Christmas break for a couple of weeks. 35-33. Butler made 1 out of 2 from the line. Here's Mitchell from the three-point line. No good. Missed it off the back iron. McKendree ball. Kester up the floor. Long pass to Norwood. Good steal by Williams.
Williams really using every inch of her arm reach to get that rebound or steal it.
Fox at the top gives to Williams. Right side. Malvo to Dampier, stolen away. Kester with good hands, gives to Norwood. Erica Norwood underneath to Butler, goes through her hands. She would have had an easy bucket. Here's Mitchell the other way. Finger roll wouldn't go for Lewis and Clark. Neither team can get it to fall here in the second half yet. Norwood, though, rattles a 3 in from the left side. Timeout called. Timeout called about 4 minutes into the second half. McKendree hits a 3, and they'll take a timeout. And we'll take one, too, with McKendree up by 5 after that 3 ball here on LCTV.
Yes, I am. Give it to him hard. No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why stab me with it? No.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Coach Jerron Young trying to get his team fired up as they trail by 5 again. The Bearcats making a little run here on a big 3 by Norwood. Norwood from Hazelwood West High School, and that's the same high school that Kayla Mitchell went to last year. And Mitchell, the leading scorer for Lewis and Clark tonight with 12, so she and Norwood each with 12 points, and each from Hazelwood West.
Yeah, and the opening of this second half is kind of reminiscent of how the first half went. The Bearcats were up 9-2 early in that first half, and they've outscored them here in the second half 5-0.
Lewis and Clark had a 1-point lead at halftime, but again, as Sean mentioned, have not scored in the first 4 minutes of this second half. Williams with a 3. Nope. Fox with a follow, and she is fouled. And Rhonda Fox, an offensive rebound at 5'4". She does a good job there.
Yeah, it's tough when to be 5'4" and get rebounds, but it's good when you can do it.
Norwood with her 3rd foul. So keep that in mind here with 16 minutes to go in the game. Fox, free throw, no good. Rhonda has not scored yet. 7 different Trailblazers have scored so far, led by Mitchell's 12 points. And Fox fires it up, missed both free throws, still a 5-point game. 16 minutes to go. Here come the Lady Bearcats again. Underneath it goes. Shot up and in. Good and one. Nice move. A little reverse layup by Amon-Stewart.
The Bearcats really doing a good job of having movement underneath the net, and they were able to open up and had a good shot to make the bucket there to extend their lead.
Amon-Stewart will try to get a 3-point play. And in and out, missed it off the rim. She's got 13 points though. 40-33. Another advantage for McKendree at 7 points. They led by 7 earlier. Early in the first half. They lead by 7 early in the second half here. Here's Fox. Stolen away. Kester has a lot of steals tonight. She has another.
She's been very active and dishes it out there.
Playing the point on the offense and on the defense. She's out front on that defensive zone too. Here she comes. Glass and missed it. Rebound Williams. Lewis and Clark ball. 15 minutes to go. Trailblazers now 5 minutes without a point here in the second half. Dampier to Mitchell. There it is, a 3. Nope, off the mark and tipped around over the back foul on Brianna Pierce.
Yeah, now going this long into the half without getting a point, the Trailblazers, they had a lot of good stuff going at the end of the first half, so you got to wonder why these shots aren't hitting.
34, Benicia Childress into the game, and Coach Teron Young calling out the play for Dampier, who has it to Williams. Trailblazers ball. The blue and white with the orange right now. 14:44 to go in the game. Dampier has it. Little hook shot. Rolls in for Dampier. She has 8.
Very nice pass by Williams through traffic to get it to Dampier to get that bucket.
40-35 now. And here's Butler. A little skip pass to the baseline. Shot up. Missed. Tipped around, and McKendree with an offensive rebound this time. Alwan grabbed the rebound and kept it alive for another possession here. Pierce to Kester. Down underneath. Alwan has it. Good feed, and it's up and in. Nicole Alwan with a bucket. Here's Childress into the lane. Stops and pops, and it rolls in for her.
Childress doing a good job gathering herself to get that bucket.
5-point game again. Bearcats with a lead. Trailblazers on defense, and they've gone man-to-man defense. Try to turn up the pressure. Timeout McKendree. As Kester was in trouble, so she uses a timeout. And a 30-second timeout with 13:34 to go. And Trailblazers trying to turn up the pressure, see if they can get a couple of fast break buckets maybe.
Yeah, if they can get a couple more buckets, they'll be right back in it. They're only trailing by 5, so both teams been battling hard so far. We've had a bunch of lead changes, so plenty of time for the Trailblazers to get back in this match.
Trailblazers looking for some offense. They only have 37 points here with 13:30 to go in the game. 12 points for Mitchell to lead the way. She hasn't scored in the second half, though. And then the scoring drops off. Dampier with 8. And then you have Williams with 4. 3 for Meyer. She had a 3 in the first half. And McKendree out of the timeout will set it up. Glass, no good. Rebound. Loose on the floor. And jump ball. Arrow to the Trailblazers. The McKendree varsity team with a record of 4-2. Lady Bearcats have won 4 on the varsity side, and their JV team at 2-5, 2 wins. Those 2 wins, one of them coming against Washington University, and they also beat Wren Lake College earlier in the year, middle of November, for their 2 victories. Lewis and Clark with 3 wins. They are 3-7. Right elbow, Dampier, nice feed underneath, layup good.
Yeah, a couple of hard passes from Williams to Dampier to get that bucket.
Kovacev hits the bucket. She has 6. Kovacev from Serbia. 3-point game. Here's Kester. Backdoor pass. Stolen away. Childress up the floor. Has some help, but she'll lay it up and in herself.
Childress making that look very smooth, almost as if the Bearcats were passing it to her as she took that ball.
Well, there you go. Couple of buckets, and now it's a 1-point game. 42-41. There's a pick and roll. Layup is good.
That was just what you were saying the Trailblazers needed. A couple of fast breaks. They got one right there, and they're not out of it yet.
Williams, free throw line, fouled by Pierce. Her 2nd foul. Brianna Pierce with her 2nd foul, and now checking into the game, Ashley Garlick, number 24. 3-point game. Bearcats lead it. Kovacev traveling on a good double team defense there, and she walked with it. 12:20 to go in the game. Here comes McKendree again. Kester, nice move around a couple of defenders. Didn't finish it though. Lewis and Clark 3-on-2 if they hurry. Childress all the way down. Layup, no. Got her own rebound, and she rolls it in.
Yeah, good job by Childress to follow a rebound. And it's always good when you can get your own rebound and you still have a chance to get a bucket, and she did that right there.
Here's Kester driving in again. Blocked away by Williams. 1-point game, and McKendree still has it.
Yeah. Hard block there by Williams, and Williams back from an injury. She's really played well tonight.
Butler checks back in, and she has the orange right now. Hands it to Kester. Over to Pierce. Pierce, out high it goes. And Kester couldn't get the pass. It's a steal. Turnover, McKendree. Dampier down to the baseline. Shot up, no. Offensive foul on Dampier this time, as she went charging down to the block.
She looks a little surprised at the call.
Could have gone either way. And her 3rd foul. So she has 3, and each team has 3 fouls here in the second half. Out high, Childress with a steal again. Here she comes again, layup good. She has 4 buckets in the second half, 10 in the game.
Childress doing a really good job of stealing those loose balls. McKendree really doing a tough job of controlling the ball, and Childress was taking it away.
And with 11 minutes to go in the game, Lewis and Clark takes the lead, 45-44, but a foul on Fox. And that puts number 32, Amon-Stewart, at the line. And Stewart ties the game back up with her 16th point of the game. Got 11 points at halftime, 5 more here in the second half. They have 2 players in double figures. Lewis and Clark with 2 players in double figures. Tie game. Here come the Trailblazers. Childress, left side, fires it up. No good. Rebound loose on the floor, and we're going to have another jump ball. And a timeout is called by the Trailblazers. Even though it didn't look like either team had a possession there, that's a lucky break for the Trailblazers.
Yeah.
A loose ball really laying on the floor there and battling for by both teams, but they give a timeout to Jerron Young and Lewis and Clark, so it's going to be Trailblazers ball in a tie game. And we'll see how they come out of the huddle here and set up the offense once again. 3-7 record for the Trailblazers. Again, next week they have a road game and a home game next weekend against Lincoln Trail. And that'll be it until January. January 8th, they'll get the schedule started for 2014. Mitchell back into the game. She'll trigger it in to Dampier. Tipped away, though, stolen away by McKendree. They have the ball now.
Yeah, not enough height on that pass, and the Bearcats take it away.
Butler, turnaround, good. Nice move. Kester to Butler underneath. Butler has 7. Mitchell running one-hander, wouldn't go. Butler with a rebound. 2-point lead for the Bearcats, and they have the ball again. Coming up on the 10-minute mark in the second half, midway through this second half. Amon-Stewart down low, but traveled with it down the side of the lane.
Yeah, break there for the Trailblazers as they trail by 2, trying to get back into this game.
Trailed by 7 early in this second half, 40-33, but took a short 1-point lead. Now they trail by 2, and here's Kovachev, gives to Fox. Fox rolls it in with a nice move down the lane. Fox has her first points of the game. Kester foul and 1. Free throw line jumper, and it looks like Mitchell's going to get the foul.
Yeah, soft foul, not bad enough for that to cause a missed shot, so a chance here for the Bearcats to add to their lead.
She has 10 points now, so 3 players in double figures now for the Bearcats. Some balanced scoring, Kester, Norwood, and Amon-Stewart. And the 3-point play is good, so Kester now with 11. 50-47 now, 3-point lead for the Purple, who play the zone defense again. Dampier lost the ball. Jump ball, arrow to McKendree. Leading by 3, they have the ball back. Neither team can shake the other team here tonight. Lewis and Clark, maybe their largest lead has only been about 2 or 3 points. Largest lead for McKendree, 7, a couple of 7-point leads. So really, it's been close all game long.
Yeah, it's really been going back and forth, and with 9 minutes and 13 seconds left and only a 3-point lead, you're probably going to assume it's not safe, and it still can go either way.
Kester with a charge there. Offensive foul on the baseline, her 3rd foul. And there's the story, 9:09 to go. 50-47, McKendree by 3. Lewis and Clark ball again. Fox, Dampier, Kovachev, Mitchell, and Childress out there. Here's Mitchell. She's still at 12 points, which is what she had at halftime. Down low, tipped away. They tried to get it to Childress, and then Childress with a foul. Her 3rd foul, I believe. Yes, it is. She has 8 points in the second half, 10 in the game. She only had 2 at halftime.
Yeah, she's really been strong here in the second half, and
good spark.
Really has helped keep the Trailblazers in this game.
3-point game. Here's McKendree with it. Left side, Pierce. Now Kester to Norwood, who's back in the game. Norwood inside. Offensive foul. Norwood has 4 fouls. Close call there, too. That could have been a block down that low under the basket. Where that semicircle is, where you cannot have an offensive foul in there. 8:35 to go in the game, and here come the Trailblazers. Childress, 3. It's an air ball. It's going to go to the corner and go to McKendree. Amon-Stewart brings it up the floor. To Pierce. Pierce, top of the key to Butler. Butler loses a defender for a moment. Now Amon-Stewart skips it to Butler into the lane. Foul by Fox. A little reach in there, and Rhonda Fox with foul number 2.
And now Dampier is limping a little bit after that play. Hopefully she didn't tweak a knee or an ankle.
Kayla Dampier, 8 points in the game. And Kendall Butler at the line with 7 points and misses the front end of the 1-and-1. All the way down, Dampier off the glass and in. It's a 1-point game. She has 10. Another player in double figures for Lewis and Clark. That's 3 for each team in double digits. Kester underneath. Dampier with a blocking foul this time. Her 4th foul.
Yeah, Mitchell's over there telling the referees to watch Kester's elbows. She had gotten them up a little high, and Mitchell didn't like it, so she was letting the referees know to look out for that.
4 fouls on Dampier. She comes out, and Malvo checks in. Not yet, not until Kester shoots her first free throw, and then she'll come in between the free throws. Malvo will come in for Dampier, but Kester at the line with 11 points, misses the first one. Coming up, Shawnee College, Shawnee Community College, SCC Saints against the Trailblazers in men's basketball later tonight. Here on LCTV as Kester hits that free throw, 2-point game, 7:47 to go. And now a travel on Childress at the 3-point line. McKendree ball again. Bearcats by 2, and here they come with Kester and Butler, Pierce, Alwan, and Amon-Stewart. The 5 on the floor for Casey Frazier, the coach. Here's Kester, free throw line to Butler. Butler dumps it down. Nice catch underneath there in some traffic, and Alwan lays it in.
Yeah, that was a good job by Alwan to catch that pass through the traffic. And now the Trailblazers trail by 4.
Mitchell, long 3, and it's off the mark. Rebound, McKendree. Mitchell can't buy a bucket here in the second half. Remember, she had 2 threes, 12 points in the first half. Here's Butler with it. Dumps it down, knocked away by the defense.
Yeah, Malvo getting a hand in there, doing a good job to get it back.
But they turn it over. Right back over to McKendree. And Williams in for Mitchell now, so it's Williams, Childress, Fox, Malvo, and Kovachev. We're under 7 minutes to go in the game. As we continue here at the Riverbend Arena, Lewis and Clark Community College. Right side, it goes to Amon-Stewart. Now Pierce to Kester, and missed it. Tipped out by the Trailblazers, so it's still going to be Bearcats ball. Trailblazers, not enough rebounds tonight, that's for sure. And McKendree doing a good job there. Butler was fouled on that shot, no call. Headed the other way. Childress all the way down, off the glass and in for Childress.
Yeah, that was a good job by Childress to not give up on that ball, and she took it down across the court and finished it all herself.
2-point game. Lewis and Clark in the zone defense. Kester fires it in, free throw line, good. Nice play there as they worked it around to Amon-Stewart. 18 for her now, 18 points. And Trailblazers turn it over, unforced error again with 5:50 to go.
The pass is starting to get a little sloppy, and time's starting to wind down, so really need to clean up those passes.
Bearcats take their time here with 5:40 to go as they run the offense. Butler looking underneath. Kester will drive inside. Knocked away, but they still have it under the basket. Out to Holly Kester again. Dump down low. Glass, no good. Lewis and Clark ball down by 4. Williams, skip pass, out of bounds, another turnover. Bearcats have it again, up 55-51, and Coach Jerron Young wondering about all these turnovers now. Purple basketball, here's Kester with it. Kester drives left side, right side, gives it on the left now. Long three is missed. Kester with a good offensive rebound.
Yeah, Kester getting in there, getting that rebound in between 3 white shirts, and you gotta wonder why the Trailblazers can't beat one girl.
Traveling called, and here comes Dampier into the game. Try to get some offense in for Lewis and Clark as Dampier has 10 points. Childress with 12. Mitchell with 12. So those 3 are all balanced on the score sheet right now. Nobody with more than 12 points for Lewis and Clark. Williams a 3, no good. Fox knocked it out of bounds. It's McKendree ball. With 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Here comes McKendree University's JV squad again. Yeah. Right side, Butler.
It's gone back and forth. Trailblazers trying to get one more lead change at least as they're trying to get the ball back.
Kester missed it off the glass, tipped out by the Trailblazers though. 4:19 to go in the game. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Baseline, open look there, good. Who else? Amon-Stewart again.
A big basket there by the Bearcats to extend their lead, and with just 4 minutes and 10 seconds, they lead it by 6 as
another travel, another turnover on the Trailblazers. 20 points now for Amon-Stewart in the game, probably our player of the game so far. What a game she's had. Number 32 for the Purple from Muscuda High School, Muscuda, Illinois, and now we have a foul. On a 6-point game, we have a foul on Kester, her 4th.
And the Bearcats, they've done a good job tonight. You had to wonder if they were going to be the ones getting worn out with their endurance, as they only have 2 subs on the bench.
Well, they have 2 players on the bench now with 4 fouls each. Norwood with 4, Kester with 4. And those are 2 of their main cogs here. They'll both be back in the game here pretty quickly, I would think. We're down to 3:40 to go.
Yeah. So now's the time for the Trailblazers to get back in this with those 2 big players on the bench.
Williams, a long 3, and it's good to cut the lead to 3. Way out there.
Very, very deep 3-point shot there by Williams.
First 3 of the second half for Lewis and Clark. Their 4th 3 of the game, and it's a 3-point game with 3 minutes to go. Headed for a photo finish, which we were guessing. Here's Pierce. Ball knocked out on a pass. Malvo with good hands, tips it out. And the Bearcats get ready to throw it back in here. Kendall Butler to Pierce. Pierce driving in, up and rolls off the rim. Follow, good, and 1. Alwan with another offensive rebound for McKendree.
Yeah, Alwan getting in there. That's a huge rebound. And the Trailblazers can only blame themselves for not getting that rebound.
Well, a lot of offensive rebounds for the Bearcats, a second chance opportunities. Here's a 3-point play, and it's good. Alwan now with 9 points.
And they're back to that 6-point lead as we are down to 2:51. Time running out here for the Trailblazers at home.
Dampier missed the shot. Rebound McKendree. Coach Frazier wanting them to slow it down, slow it down. We're up by 6 on the road here. Let's kill some clock. The shot clock at 15. The game clock at 2:30. Now the shot clock at 10. And here comes Amon-Stewart. Fires it up and in again. She can't be stopped.
Yeah, the Bearcats getting some momentum here at the end of as the game starts winding down, and this is definitely not what the Trailblazers wanted.
This is McKendree's largest lead, and what a time to have it. Shot off the glass, no, and then Dampier is fouled underneath. An 8-point lead, 62-54 with 1:59 to go. Back to Amon-Stewart, 11 points in the first half, 11 points in the second half now, 22 in the game. Dampier fires it up and missed the free throw. And here comes those two players for McKendree back in, Norwood and Kester.
Yeah, they're coming back on, and Childress comes on for the Trailblazers. And so the top two players for the Bearcats, they're going to be on the court here in the closing minutes of this game.
Both free throws missed, and those are two big misses there. As Kester has the basketball, Holly Kester driving around, gives it to Erica Norwood. Norwood with 12, all the way down and good. Make it 14 for Norwood.
Norwood really doing a good job of bobbing and weaving through the traffic and finding a hole, and then found the bucket.
A 10-point game and a turnover for the Trailblazers. It's going to go back to McKendree again. Timeout going to be called by Lewis and Clark, and with just 1:27 to go, they're running out of chances and running out of time as we continue play here. And McKendree has played a good road game coming up from Lebanon, Illinois, and they've played hard. They've played tough tonight.
They have played hard, and they're coming off a loss against Swick. And so they're doing a really good job bouncing back from that if they do indeed end up hanging on to this lead.
Well, they have 3 players in double figures. All of their scoring has come from their starting 5. The 2 subs have not scored at all, but they really play well together. Norwood, Kester, Amon-Stewart, Alwan, and Butler. That's starting 5, and they're up by 10. Good spot to be when there's only 1:27 to go. And here they come onto the floor. There's those starting 5 again for the Bearcats. As you take a look at the crowd here, a good crowd here tonight. The men's game coming up in just a little while. We have the coaches show right around the corner too. The Deion Thomas show on the way. So that's on the way at the top of the hour. 7:30, the scheduled start for the men's game tonight, of course. Here we go now, Bearcats ball, as they have the ball and the 10-point lead. Left side, it's Kester. Out to Butler. 1:15 to go. Here's Kester again to Butler, left side, looking down low, but they keep it high. Kester down low, Amon-Stewart lays it in.
And the Bearcats, they've been doing that all game, really doing a good job of finding the passes and being patient and waiting for some hole to open up in the Trailblazer defense.
There's a reach in and a foul, and Norwood's going to foul out of the game with 48 seconds left. She collapsed on a double team there and reached in just enough for her 5th foul. She fouls out with 14 points. 24 points now for Amon-Stewart, though. The player of the game, indeed, and here's Dampier with it. She just missed 2 free throws, and we'll see what Kayla can do here. Free throw, nope, missed another one. 44 seconds left. The lead is 12, and McKendree looks like they'll win their 3rd JV game of the year in women's basketball. 37 seconds left now. They set it up again, and underneath again. Amon-Stewart again. Who else? 30 seconds left, and Trailblazers need to just fire up a couple of threes. There's Williams with a 3. It's good.
Williams has been good from downtown and gets another one.
10 points for Williams.
She's got the longest 3 of the night, too. She shot one from way downtown.
Inside, Alwan will miss the layup, but we're down to 10 seconds left. In an 11-point game, Childress all the way down. She'll lay it in. 12 in the second half for Childress, but that's the ball game. McKendree comes to Lewis and Clark and picks up a victory tonight, 68-59 the final score. Trailblazers drop to 3-8. McKendree's JV team now 3-5 with this 9-point win. And Amon-Stewart leading the way for the McKendree victory here on LCTV. The Coaches Show coming up next.